The Nigerian-British Chamber of Commerce, a foremost trade and investment group, held its 42nd annual general meeting at its multipurpose head office complex in Lekki, Lagos. It was an opportunity for the outgoing president, Mr. Kayode Falowo, to give an account of his stewardship between July 2019 and July 2021.
That day, we did make a promise to you as our dear members that we would have a 12-point agenda which we would try to use to attain that objective. And the agenda has since served as the action pillar for this tenure, and the implementation, I believe, has resulted in undisputed leadership of the bilateral chamber movement in Nigeria. Now, the 12-point agenda that we gave, what's the promise? Promise number one was the completion of the NBCC Plaza and the dedication of a facility to host the trade desk and a business incubation center. I am pleased to announce, of course, we are in the chamber today, as Alan said earlier, that we have delivered on that promise.
Highlights of the event was the official handover to the 17th President and Chairman of Council of the NBCC, Mrs. Bisi Adeyemi. Mrs. Bisi Adeyemi outlined her agenda for leading the chamber to greater heights.
We shall improve value proposition to members. We'll improve the value proposition to members through better engagement, bespoke benefits and services designed to meet needs of members in a more direct manner that will impact on their business performance. We shall strengthen the Secretariat for improved service delivery. We can only deliver value to our members if the Secretariat continues to be strengthened. The work has already started. We shall only continue in that path. We will refocus our sectorial groups for maximum impact, ensure that businesses can use the opportunity of the sectorial groups to actually do businesses amongst themselves. In this regard, we will be setting up a creative industry sectorial group to enhance the robustness of our membership going forward. We'll improve the efficacy of the Chamber's advocacy role. We will integrate British businesses into our membership, refocus efforts into bringing back British businesses and to diversify our membership base, and provide closer interaction between Nigeria and British businesses. This effort will be driven primarily via social networking and more informal events, with the key objective of delivering seamless trade services to the UK companies seeking access to Nigerian markets. We'll continue to focus on the MSME, knowing the significant role MSMEs play in attaining economic prosperity. We will develop and enhance the services to that sector of our membership. We will diversify our funding sources. With the commissioning of the NBCC Plaza project, we will employ strategies to actualize the wealth creation opportunities provided by the multi-purpose plaza building. We will diversify the Chamber's funding options beyond the primary source of revenue, which is typically membership dues, by positioning the Chamber to attract more local and international grants. We'll also improve the value proposition to our sponsors in a bid to ensure that sponsorship is a win-win experience. Our trade desk will be activated to provide us the opportunity to earn income in other currencies. We'll also prioritize our subscription recovery efforts and build a healthy reserve. We will launch the NBCC Imagine Leaders and Executive Mentoring Program, recognizing that there's a need to diversify the demography of the Chamber and to create a pipeline for succession. This would also be accompanied by an executive monitoring program that will pair accomplished professionals and entrepreneurs with their younger counterparts as our own contribution to equipping the next generation of business leaders. I have no doubt that with the support of Council, ESCO, and the Secretariat and our members, we shall, at the end of our tenure, have recorded resounding success and delivered on this agenda. I thank you all for your attention and look forward to serving diligently as the 17th President of the foremost bilateral chamber, indeed the only chamber in Nigeria. May the good Lord bless you all.
I think the incoming president will do very well. The incoming administration will do very well. Some of the members of the new team are people who have also been part of the old team. So they're going to create addition to the programs. They're going to sustain, I believe, some of the things that this administration has been able to do. I believe that the most important thing that the chamber administration needs to focus on are three. One, ensure that we have good rapport with our membership. Ensure that we meet the aspirations of our membership. Ensure that we're in touch with our members. That's number one. Number two, again, related to membership, is to create a platform for creating trade and investment opportunities for membership. People join a chamber because they want their businesses to thrive. And that will be one advice that I have for the administration, which I have already given publicly, I've given privately, and I believe they would try as much as possible to sustain that momentum of ensuring that trade and investment flows comes from it. Third advice is to sustain the tempo of some of the programs that we have already created. The webinars, the breakfast meetings, the advocacy platforms, Let's Group platforms, the consumer and real estate, the oil and gas, all these, if they are sustained, I believe that the administration will do very, very well.
The outgone administration did a lot of work. So it's to consolidate on the achievements of that administration and then refocus some key areas, in particular the Secretariat. There's a need to strengthen the Secretariat to enable us to deliver value to our members. We also need to look at the value proposition that we're offering our members. How do we improve on their experience at the chamber? What are the things, what are the pain points for them, and then begin to see how we can address those pain points. We also want to ensure that we can diversify our income sources. As a chamber, there's a lot of reliance on member subscription and donations. That's not sustainable. So it's to build sustainable wealth, and this plaza, that we have completed will ensure that we're able to, sustain the wealth that we have created and have other funding sources. So those will be the key areas of focus for the new administration. We're going to emphasize the interaction between British businesses and Nigerian businesses to sort of ensure that we're able to set the appropriate standards for export products, because that has always been one of the problems in the past, that because some of the goods for export don't have appropriate standards. And then for the MSMEs, like I said in my acceptance speech, we recognize the fact that they form the fulcrum of any economy. So we'll continue to empower them, with all the programs that we're doing, just ensure that we sustain the momentum that was gained in the last administration. So hopefully, as soon as the economy begins to open up in other parts of the world, in particular in the UK, we would be well positioned to take advantage of that.
The Council of the NBCC, with past presidents, launched the new constitution that will move the chamber forward in its activities.
I present this to you, the constitution that will help to guide the chamber to ensure that things are done properly and according to the rules. Thank you very much.
With the agenda of refocusing NBCC sectoral groups for maximum impact, improving the efficacy of the NBCC's advocacy role, and the launching of the Emerging Leaders and Executive Mentoring Program, amongst others, Mrs. Bisi Adeyemi's regime provides immense prospects and repositioning of the chamber to improve the UK and Nigerian trade relations and investment activities.